into the Facebook group. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing focus sessions. We're also going to be doing Good evening guys, and welcome to another Zen pop-up. So today what we're going to look at is creating a temporary homepage. So why create a temporary homepage? Well, for you guys that are brand new to the platform, just about to get started creating your site, creating your courses or your membership site, planning it all out and all these things takes a long time to plan it out. So we're going to be talking about planning and these things in future Zen pop-ups, but for now, first thing we want to do, once we've got our site registered, once we've signed up for our free plan, or we've upgraded to our pro and premium because we're just ready to get straight on with it and become a professional course creator, the first thing you're going to want to do is to start setting your site up. But you know, as we mentioned, you know, the planning phases and all these things take some time. So how can we speed this process up so you can basically go straight to market collecting leads before you launch? Another good thing about collecting leads before you launch and before you finished is because if you see your leads growing in there, it's more likely to motivate you to actually get the job done, you know, rather than procrastinating. And that's the biggest biggest hurdle and the biggest stopping point for new online course creators is this stagnation process of I'll leave it till tomorrow, or I wait until I've got some free time. So if we can speed any of that up, it's going to be good. We can do this stuff really quickly in Zenler. So what we're going to do today is we're actually going to create a homepage. We're going to create a homepage that will actually capture leads and be a starting point for us to be able to carry on with our site behind the scenes and still have people go to the site and actually register up as leads. So that's what we're looking at today. So we're going to create this homepage. We're going to create a form on there so you can start capturing leads on your site straight away. So I've got a little site I'm going to show you that we're going to run with now, and you shall see it all coming together. So I'm going to just have a look at the Facebook group just to see if there's any activity going on at this time of night. This is 8:43 BST time in the UK, so in the evening. So I'm just going to have a quick look and just make sure that I got any activity going on in the group. If not, watch it on the replay, #replay. So let's have a look and see. Okay, so I've got 2 people in. I can see Jacob, as mentioned, has liked us, which is always a nice thing. So great, good to see you, Jacob, if you're watching. Okay, so we're going to jump straight into this now, and I'm going to screen share this to you. I'm going to create a really quick homepage that we get. Now, I'm not working on design. I just want to put something together quickly, and then I can work on my site, my courses or membership later. As I said, there's going to be more Zen pop-ups, and we're going to be actually showing you, I'm going to be taking you through what I do to plan a site before I start and all those sort of things. So this is going to be like the workshop parts as we're running through and showing you everything that you can do inside the Zenler platform. So let's screen share straight away. So this is our this is a clean site. There's nothing gone on in here. It's called zenpopup.newzenler.com if you want to check it out. And I'm actually logged in as the user here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a page. So I'm going to go into my admin side of my site. So I'm in my admin now. And what I like to do is also copy this. So these are little tips that you can pick up. I copy this, Control-C. I have another little tab here, and I Control-V and paste it in there. So the reason I do this is I can jump between the two. I can refresh this page when I make changes, and I can see them updating. So I'm going to jump into site. I'm going to go to pages. And what you're going to notice straight away is the home page is marked as home page here. Right, so this is the page that you're looking at here. It's the same for logged in, logged out users. To set the home page, there's a little button there. Look at this URL, home. Okay, let's go to home page, and you'll see this URL, or the name of it, is home page. It's the same for logged out or logged in users. So bear that in mind. You can set a different page for logged in users as you can for logged out users. So this will be of interest later. So remember, that's called home page, If I click there, you can see all the pages we've got in our site currently. Okay, we can add as many pages as we like inside the platform. There's no limitation with Zenler. And we go into pages. So I'm going to go into pages. You're going to see down there it's called homepage. That's what that was called in the homepage tab. So really easy. Make it really easy to know your homepage. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to duplicate this page because I don't want to work on the original copy. I want to be working on a clone. So I'm going to click in here and I'm going to click clone. So that's going to clone this page. So it's cloning the page, and you notice it's called homepage copy. Okay, so I'm going to go in the gear icon because I'm going to rename this page. I don't want it to say homepage copy in here. Notice it says homepage here. Yeah, that's because it's called homepage there. Yeah, so if I made this page homepage, it would say homepage -copy. Check this, guys. For you guys that are watching this, that have done this, check that little tab in there. Make sure it says what you want it to say. A lot of people miss that. Notice the URL as well. It's not really good URL. It says -copy. You know, that's not good. So let's change those things straight away. Let's go into the gear icon of the page. Let's open that up and let's call it something more appropriate. Let's call it Zen Pop-Up. Okay. And let's just put in here some welcome, and then let's be groovy and put a number to Zen Pop-Up. So I'm going to take this now, I'm going to copy this, I'm going to put it in there, I'm going to paste it. Now I'm going to do it, publish the page, and I'm going to do it visible for all users. I'm going to click update. Okay, so now we have this page. We can look at this page by copying this URL, copy, going to a new tab in our browser, and I'm using a Chrome browser. That's our recommended browser for Zenler. I'm going to put that in there, paste it, Control V, hit the enter, and now look what it says, welcome to Zen Pop-Up. And look, you get it come up there as well when you mouse over it. So that looks a lot cooler than that, which just says homepage. Homepage to what? So that's the first thing we've done. So we made a clone, and notice they're exactly the same each other, but it's a copy. So now I can edit this page and I can start to turn this into a page that I can use for logged out, logged in users, and then I can work on my other pages, courses, membership, and not have to worry. I'm also going to take away the header here, the menu system, and the footer system at the bottom. I only want a page, like a holding page for a home page. So let's go and edit this new page that we set up. We're going to hit the edit button, and that's going to open up. So it's opening this page up. I'm just going to close off the original home page for now because we don't need it. So when that opens up, we will jump in and delete the header, delete the footer, because we can put them in later. We're just getting rid of them to form a nice page. We haven't got any courses, so we don't want the course block in there. And this is the page in here. So I'm going to go into this area. I'm going to delete the header block out, click delete. I'm going to delete everything out. So, you know, you can't get any more destructive than that. I'm just deleting it all out. Now, I've got this block in here at the bottom. So I'm going to leave it for a second. I'm going to go into blocks. I'm going to go down to empty block, and I'm going to throw in an empty block. That's click the left mouse button and drag that block into where you want it. I'm going to have it here. So now I've got that block in there. I'm going to delete these bottom blocks out. So these are default. Some people use these. They just change the names of them and they keep the content pretty much the same in the layout. That's an even quicker way of designing. In the upcoming Zen pop-ups, we're going to be completely revamping the way it looks, like we're doing now. So I'm also going to get rid of the footer. Let's click delete. Right, now all I'm left with is an empty block. So the first thing I'm going to do is do a nice welcome message. But before I do that, I'm going to put an image in, just a nice image from the internet. So I'm going to go and click the gear icon on this blue containing block. I'm going to go into background image. I'm going to click this little image icon, and then I've got no images uploaded at the moment. If I had images uploaded, like it's an older site, I would have lots of images in here, but because it's brand new, there's nothing in there. So I'm going to search 𝗵cie𝗵𝗏. I'm going to put in here, and I'm going to put, let's just put marketing and see what comes up. So yeah, some nice pictures in here. This looks quite cool. Just going to scan through. This is accessing 𝗵cie𝗵𝗏's images. So we're just looking for a picture that's going to work with what we've got, which is Zen pop-up, which is like education and learning. So that's not a bad one there. That's quite nice. So I'm going to select that image there, and I'm just going to insert that without crop. So I've got the full image. I can crop it, but I'm going to put the full image in there. So you're going to see that image has appeared in there. Now, if I go over the top and bottom, you can see there's a lot of grey area. It says 100px. If I go over the top of this and I click with my left mouse button and drag, you can see it gets bigger. So I can do the same this side as well. I can drag this, make it bigger. I can also position the image better inside here. If I hit this settings and come across to background image position, I'm going to put it center, and you're going to see this will change. I'm also going to put an overlay because I don't want this to be full picture. So I'm making this a bit bigger top and bottom, and I'm going to now choose overlay. So I'm going to go back in the settings. I'm going to go background overlay, and I'm going to choose something like a black. You notice it's all gone really dark now. And I'm not sure this image is going to work for me, but I'm going to keep it in there for now. So let's add a new row. I'm going to do a single row, one column. I'm going to add a new element, and I'm going to make that a heading. And I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to name this. I'm going to say welcome to Zen pop-up. Okay. Now I'm going to come into the gear icons, and I'm just going to change this. So let's make this a bit bigger as well. I'm going to make it 45. Okay. So I'm going to add another one. I'm going to add an H2. Okay. So we'll put an H2 in there, which I'm going to make a grey, because that always goes well with these darker colours. So we're going to choose a grey like that. We're going to talk about it here. So I'm going to say welcome. Learn everything you ever wanted about Zenler. How about that? That's nice, powerful statement there. So learning everything you ever wanted about Zenler. So let's make this a little bit smaller in here. I'm going to drop this to about 25, maybe 20, 22. I'm just trying to get it about the same length as that. 23 will do it. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, and I'm going to take the spacing from the top and the bottom down. I'm going to take the spacing from this, and I'm going to take the top and the bottom and reduce that down so it's nice and tight against there. So I'm now going to add another element in here. It's just going to be a text, and we're going to say here, and we're going to go into here, and I'm going to put some text in. So here we go. Sign up for our official launch party. You'll receive exciting news and a very special early bird offer. Okay, so there's got to be a reason why someone's signing up and giving you their email address. So this is always a good idea to put something in there that's going to tell people a little bit more about it. Generally, I would put a lot more text in there, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to leave it as it is. So the next thing I need to do is put a capture form in there to capture. So I'm going to simply come into here, and this time I'm actually going to put a row with 3 columns. So notice I have a row. I'm now going to put another row with 3 columns. So I'm going to click this outer row. I'm going to click add row, and I'm going to put in there 3. So I've now got 3 columns, 1 row. I'm going to take this, I'm going to click this row, and inside here I'm going to drag this out. So it's roughly the size of that. It's just not quite to the edge. That I think is quite good. It's about the same each side. Now I'm going to add a form in here. So I'm going to go to a form. I'm going to drop a form in here, and we're going to style it a little bit. I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to change the design of the button. I'm going to make it round. Actually, I'm going to make it like this, and I'm going to make it white. So I'm going to go into the text color, make that white. I'm going to go into the border color, make that white. I'm going to make the border thickness a bit thicker, so I'm going to make it 3. I'm also going to put a corner radius on this as well. So I've got a border corner. I'm going to make that about 8, so it'll reflect the edges of this roughly. Okay, now I need to just put in the wording in here. Sign up today. Do like that, something like that. Let's make that text a little bit smaller. I'm going to bring it down to about 20. And I'll just close up the padding on this. I'm just going to make this padding about 10 both sides. Okay, that looks nice. So let's have a look at that. That looks really good. And because they're coming in this page, this is the only page that they're going to be coming into. I don't need to tag them or anything. They're just going to appear in the site as leads. So when they come in, when they sign up this form, they will actually drop into here as leads. So I don't need to tag them or anything. Tagging them is adding a tag on them. You're naming it something so that you can filter it later. But this is a brand new site, so I don't have to worry about that too much. So let's bring that up a bit. I think it's a bit too low down, and I'm going to bring this out a bit more. I'm not really happy with that image, so I think I'm going to swap the image out. So I'm going to open up this again, come down to the little image, and I'm going to go and search again for a different image. See if I can get something a bit better. That's actually better, I think. Let's just put this in. There we go. That looks a lot better in there. I'm going to increase this a little bit more. So that looks pretty cool. All right, so learn everything you ever wanted about Zenler. Welcome to Zen pop-up. Sign in, and click save. All right, now we click save. You would put more information in here. These SEO settings come up straight away, and it's definitely worth uploading an image inside here and putting the meta and the meta descriptions. Now I'm going to be doing a Zen pop-up specifically on SEO. So whenever you see this pop up, make sure that you're filling this information out. This is the information that will pop up when you share this link on social media. If I shared it at the moment, all it would say is this. So I want to be putting text in here that gives a little bit more information. So I would put learn everything you want to know about Zenler. Do you notice as I'm writing it, it's putting information in there? Also, if I put an image in here, like I dropped that image in, I'm going to get a nice image appear as well. So you want to be filling this out. Just make it a habit that you're filling it out. We're going to talk more about SEO, meta keywords and stuff, but just make sure that you're filling this out. So welcome to Zen pop-up, learn everything you need. You want to put a little bit more text in there, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to leave it off. Let's click done and let's click save. Now I've created that page now. So if we go back to here and we preview this, I'm just going to refresh this page. This is what we get. So we can't go anywhere else. We can only go onto this page. So let's now set this as our home page. So once I've finished in the editor, I can close this down and jump back to our admin, and I'm going to go to home page. So now in our home page, I'm going to select this new page down here, and I'm going to select this page here, and I'm going to click save changes. So now I've created this. So whenever someone goes to zenpopup.newzenler.com, they're only going to get to this page. So if we go to a new incognito window, that is these 3 dots in the corner of Chrome. Click those, go new incognito window. Now press Ctrl V to paste your URL in there. Hit return, and this is what's going to happen. So this is now all lovely, looks really nice. It's all responsive and works perfectly. So let's fill this out and test it. So I'm going to go in here. I'm just going to let's call myself James, and let's put a email address in here, and let's click sign up today. So you're going to get success come up down the bottom. And now let's have a look in the site and see if it has actually registered me. So I'm going to close that down. We're going to jump into site. We're going to jump down to all, and you're going to notice in here I'm registered James, my email as a lead. So I've created a page that I can leave and I can promote, and people are going to sign up and they're going to come in there as leads. What does this mean for me? This means to me now I can go through all of my other pages and I can style them all however I like, and when I'm ready I can then change them over the home page to the new home page with all the navigation, and then the site will be ready. Then the phase after that is to bring the courses in, so we can bring the courses in later as well. So this is how we can do it. So we've got a site. How long did that take me? I'm not even sure how long I've been on, not for very long, and we've created this placeholder page, this landing page for our site, meaning that I can spend a few weeks now just working on the site, and I can also post to social media about what's going, you know, this site. I can give them this URL. They're going to go there and they're going to be able to sign up as leads because they're interested in what you're doing. So provide a little bit more information on this page is obviously going to help, because it means they know more about what they're getting into. And then in the background, you can start working on all of the pages. So if you guys are watching the Zen pop-ups, then we'll be carrying on with this site. This is the site we're going to build. We're going to build this site completely out. We're going to build the courses. We're also going to swap it over to a membership style site. I'm going to show you how to put lives in there. There's going to be tons of stuff going on in each of these little Zen pop-up sessions. Plus, of course, I'll be answering questions that are in the group as well. So if you ever feel like putting any questions down, you can always put them into the chat, and I'll go over them and check them. So guys, another Zen pop-up for today. Hope you like it. And this is setting up a temporary home page for logged in and logged out users that you can use to capture leads whilst you're building not only your site, but your courses and everything else you're doing in the site behind the scenes. So this is how you do it. Really easy. Look, didn't take long at all, did it? Like less than 20 minutes, and I've now got the site up ready to promote straight away. So that's how quick it is in Zenler. So I'll see you in the next Zen pop-up. That's me over and out for today. I think I've done about 5 of these today, 5 Zen pop-ups. I'm going to hit them, try and hit one every day. So I'm going to be doing multiple ones, seeing what's a popular time zone, and yeah, finding out more about what you want and what you need. I always look through the Facebook group, so if I see good questions come in there, then there could easily be a Zen pop-up specifically for you, like I did for Suzanne earlier today. Okay guys, see you around.